Okay, this is a video on two-step equations. I'm just going to show you how to solve them today, and tomorrow we will work on your video tomorrow will talk about how to write a two-step equation, but I want you to use this as an example of how would you write it on your PRBL, okay? So what we need to look at is, this is two steps. So we see 3x plus 5 equals 14. All right, if we take this out, this looks like what we did last year, 3x equals 14, okay? So that's what we already know how to do, so we want to do the new step first, which is the plus 5. Since this is a positive 5, we are going to subtract 5 first, okay? So that's 3x equals 14 minus 5 is 9, okay? And once we get this, then we're looking at what we did last year. So then we would just divide by 3, x equals 3. You always want to plug it back in. So 3 times 3 plus 5. If we follow our order of operations, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So we are correct. Okay, let's do another example. What about 2x Okay. So once again, if we cover up the new part, we want to, let me talk about what these are called as well. This is the coefficient, okay? And this is your variable. That's the number that can change in each problem, and this is a constant, okay? Now with that being said, we're going to talk with the constant first. So if this is a -1, we're going to add 1 to both sides. So we have 2x equals 10. And then we're looking at last year's one step. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X equals 5. We plug it back in. 2 times, we think it's 5, minus 1 equals, 2 times 5 is 10, minus 1 is 9. We are good to go. Okay. I'm trying to make these up as I go off the top of my head, and I'm making them pretty. So, all right, let's look at another kind. Okay, let's look at this. Once again, this is the part that we did last year. Okay, so we want to do the new part, plus 2. So we're going to move it over first. So this is x over 5 equals 2. All right, and remember, this is x divided by 5, so we're going to multiply by 5 on both sides. So x equals 10. Always, always, always plug it back in. So we think 10 divided by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2, plus 2 is 4. I am correct. Okay, so what you need to, that's why I did what I did today, making sure you understood the one step. You're always going to do the constant first. You're going to do the new step first, the thing that you're not used to seeing. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you come in tomorrow ready with your questions.